Greg and Morgan, good morning and Cabo, everybody out there for a Thursday morning here on Wake Up Nigeria. But of course, hey, if you've made it this far, then it goes to tell that you can make it all the way. And of course, tomorrow is a Friday, and that's when the party starts. But Thursdays are the new Fridays here on Wake Up Nigeria, and we don't mind starting up early. But of course, I'm not the only one here. It's going to be a party today of a very special kind. We've got Mr. Mike Mexicano in the studio here with us. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
That's me. My name is Mike Mexicano, and it's great to be here. I've got Debbie Scott in the house. How fun? That was good.
I'm good.
I'm just chilling.
Yes.
Anyways, looking forward to a wonderful Thursday show. And you said over here Thursday is a new weekend.
Yeah, but of course, this is.
No,
I mean,
no,
we always start on a Thursday, don't we? I mean, because.
I get your drift. I get your drift.
Yeah, but in any case, if you're out there and you want to get that party started, this is where to start it off from. Of course, we always bring the heat, or the party, let's say, when it comes to Wake Up Nigeria. So stay tuned for some very interesting discussions, some very entertaining people that we'll be bringing on, and of course, some things that you never thought that you could do without for a Thursday. Stay tuned, people. We've got all of that coming your way. Do remember now, if you're not following us on social media, what have you been doing? And I'm trying to contain myself, but you should already. We are at TVC Connect on all social media handles. That's talking about Instagram, TikTok, not WhatsApp, the other ones. And remember that you can watch us live from anywhere that you might be going today. All you need to do is make sure that you have the app, which you can download on iOS or on Google Play Store. Please make sure you do that. In any case, let's get on with the show for a Thursday and let you guys know what we have coming your way. Oh, that's a very, very interesting one there with Tayo there. I noticed he's packing quite the rump behind him. In any case, welcome, Mr. Mike Mexicano. How you doing, man? You're team now.
Welcome.
But when you enter, when Mike gets into the studio every single time, every single morning after a match, he's a wild beast, especially if his team won.
No. I don't do that. I don't have a team, by the way.
Oh, really?
But I chastise. I have some other people I want to give a big shout out to.
Yeah, they're coughing in the background. They're good.
Olaika, a big shout out to you, Igwe Ogidi. Let's be sure that we know that it is you. Also, a very big shout out to my other people, Taiwo.
Taiwo, where are you, Taiwo?
Big shout out to you, Jumo.
This is because they lost, yeah?
No, they didn't lose.
What?
See, lose is another thing. When they lay you and flog you like this, they flog them, they didn't lose.
So
big shout out to Habib also. All the other, well done. Are you okay? I'm surprised I saw them at work today.
They should have taken leave,
because what happened yesterday was quite serious.
3-1 defeat.
Yes, at home. London Bridge has fallen down.
Wow.
The bridge just scatter anyhow. It was quite interesting because, you see, prior to this time, they'd already lost to Brentford, 4-1. Also at home. And so they added the ginger. We're going to beat Madrid. Beat me, my friend. Also, he was also shouting that they are going to kill Madrid. Now, next thing, after they lost, Madrid is the biggest club in the world now. Well, if you lose, losing, you people are out. Just you can't beat them.
Well, what do you think, however, was responsible for this consecutive loss? Let me put it like so, especially for how big that. I mean, 3-1 is not something you say we made a small error.
Is there fans in Nigeria that cost it?
You people are using all the time to bet. That's why. You're not praying, you're betting.
If they squeeze your face and they beat you. But we'll talk about more on that, of course, tomorrow when we get to the big game and all of that. Yeah. So, but yesterday, due to the rain, quite a lot of accidents.
Oh, yes, exactly.
The wind and then the traffic situation. But it just goes to say how much we are not prepared. Look at how small winds. Now, you talk about countries who have hurricanes, tornadoes, and all of that. You know, they build structures with these kind of things in mind, but it shows how unprepared we are for natural disasters.
I saw a video, I can't remember exactly what part of Lagos it was in, but it was a video of, you know, the really big billboard.
Yeah, that was Oregon,
exactly.
Abiola Way.
Boom, there. And it had come down.
It came down.
And it caused accidents and all of that.
Like, yes, the wind was much, but
it wasn't that much at all.
I don't expect something that should be, you know, but then we look at the base and all of that.
Yeah, it wasn't really. Exactly. So I took a look at the base inside of the video, and I'm like, now I can't believe that little structure, I mean that whole entire structure was being held down all these years with just that little, whatchamacallit, I don't know what you want to call it, but at the base, it didn't look like it was fastened.
It didn't look like that one. And then the surrounding soil, erosion and all of that is not as strong as it can hold it. So even if it's solid, what is it built in? What is holding it? So when the surrounding area is not strong enough and it has eroded, then it's going to be very easy. No matter how strong it is, it's going to fall.
I'd like to think that the state government has been actually preparing for the rains, because I've been seeing them digging out the gutters and everything. I wanted to congratulate them, but then I realized that you dig it out, you put it by the side of the road.
What is with that?
And then it goes back inside of the road.
Video, I really want to understand. Wow, I don't get what is in their mind.
I don't know.
You dig it up, you put it by the mounts by the side.
For who?
And then you don't take off the mount, and then they go back inside. I don't get.
If you're driving from Oshodi all the way till the foot of the 3rd Mainland Bridge, you'd notice that that's exactly what's happened. They've dug out they've dug out the drains and put the mounds just by the side of the road. Coming this morning, I think each morning I'm coming, the mounds are reducing.
Are reducing?
Not because it's been carted away or anything, but because I think it's just channeling back into the gutters, into the drains.
Yes, now it will. When the rain
you
falls,
waste so much money putting people to work to do this, and then you come back and you have to do it all over again. So it's
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
yeah.
So we see that, and then there's a lot. It's on the road at times. So if it's on smaller roads, what happens is that you don't have two cars cannot go in at the same time. It's no longer dualized. You understand? You just have to go one car a bit. So there's just a lot. It's restricting movement. It's a waste of effort. It's a waste of money. We can and should do better. We do. In any case, if you're on that route that I'm talking about, or that I spoke about just now from Oshodi, right after Oshodi, there's a truck that's lost all of its cargo, or most of its cargo. I don't exactly know what it is, but I think it's marble. I went over one of those marbles today. Yeah, I should reduce my speed in the mornings. And it slid. Wow. So please be careful if you're doing that, because, I don't want anybody experiencing that. Maybe because I'm very experienced at driving. That's why I was able to. So when you slid, what actually happens? So if you go over it, you're shocked, and then you step on your brakes, and then you slide on the marble, because it just does that. Oh, wow. Just slides. So it's marble like slippery. Your brake doesn't have as much control as you expect it to have. It will get control over the marble, but marble over marble slides. So that's what happens. So yeah, just be careful out there, especially if we're counting yesterday's rains as the beginning of the rainy season. Yeah, I'm telling you, April, it looks like it's like we're gonna have plenty of rains come our way. So you have to be really prepared. Clear out the drainages, please, and people, stop tossing stuff out of your car. It is not right. Don't do that. Think about the environment. All these gutters filled with paper or nylon bags or bottle. I think that was some years back, a year or two back, when I saw this. I think it was Surulere, where you need to see it looked like confetti. Yeah. On the water, but it was confetti made of takeaway. It was mostly takeaway packs. I don't know. I think I know that video. You guys like eating too much. I know that video. It was so colorfully dirty. Yeah. Do you remember the rains from a couple of years back that they had to start using boats to ferry people outside of their homes, inside of Surulere? I think back on Aguda, if I'm not mistaken. I can remember the one where someone was kayaking in front of the Galleria. Yeah, that was on the island. I can remember that one. Yeah. What causes all of these? It's your takeaway packs, all of your nylon bags, and all of your bottles and everything inside of drainages. And that video came from that year. I think one such video as well was from that. Rain came down, and then everything came out from inside of the gutters and all. And then, where does it go? I don't know. It just gets back onto the road and all of that. It's really a problem. It's really a problem. I feel like it's so bad that almost nothing is working on any point in time. I'm like, we really need to do better as individuals, and then as a government, there's some kind of things that are responsible. Because, okay, now think about it. Like, we're talking about the mounts. What do you expect an individual? I was thinking, what can I do? But if it's a collective if it's a collective, every single person, a reorientation of society. If we come out on a Saturday morning, I remember when we used to have environmental sanitation. And I think that used to help. That used to help, really. So I don't know why we stopped environmental sanitation. It wasn't like it was stopped, actually. The compulsion was removed. You don't have to. Exactly. Because now there's something they do on Thursday mornings, which is in markets or lock-up stores. They are supposed to clean I don't know. But the point is that you don't move, you don't actually go, and you're not supposed to open. How do you clean what you don't open? So I don't know. It is antithetical because I think about it. It's supposed to be sanitation.
So that's what that's for.
Yes, it's supposed to be. It's called a sanitation.
The marketers
So
are not going to market. They're not going to sanitize anything.
From 7 to 10, you're not supposed to. So, but how do you clean the shop if you don't open it?
So that's the point. They take it as a holiday. Nobody.
So that's just what happens.
Just stay back.
So you lose 3 hours. You understand? You're not talking about the economical loss.
That affects
exactly the commercial loss, and these stores are not cleaned. So what's the point? So growing up, we used to have that compulsion. So environmental sanitation, everybody had a responsibility, everybody to come out and clean it. And I think it worked. Okay, people are talking about how, we should be left free to do what we want to do. But if we cannot handle freedom, then let us go back to the place where we're being told what to do. Because then everybody will come together and say, okay, let's make sure that my environment is clean. And then at the end of sanitation, you have sewage trucks who come out to pick up what everybody took out from the houses.
You grew up in the 80s and the 90s. That's the utopia.
That's
right now, it's not the same thing.
So we should go back to that, I think.
Yeah. In any case, we're talking about the weather since, so let's already let you guys know what's coming out for today. Do stay tuned. We'll be back after this very short break. All right, welcome, viewers. And for Thursday, 7th of April, 2022, let's do the papers. These are the headlines that you guys will be waking up to this morning. We start from The Guardian newspaper this morning, where South, Middle Belt and Digbo leaders rage as PDP dumps zoning. Autumn denies, says he was quoted out of context, fires a kicks against decision on zoning. Southern leaders vow to vote against PDP if ticket goes to North. And Babatokwe Olafeso Grange indifference and also Atiku absent as presidential aspirants meet in Rivers State. That's the first big headline you'll be finding with all those riders. At the top of the Guardian newspaper, Ayade knows fate today as court rules on defection suit and FG lifts COVID-19 restrictions as lawmakers tackle vaccination scam in Ghana. Jonathan escapes death. This was a big one on social media yesterday. Mourns 2 police officers killed in auto crash as he returned from the airport in Abuja. And worry Ogara on warpath over land ceded to Nigerian army. This on page 7. To the side on the front page for The Guardian, Lagos bridge is flooded as thunderstorm wreaks havoc in Oregon. And Ramadan, gunmen abduct worshippers in Taraba Mosque. And how to protect human health, combat climate crisis by experts. That will be it inside of the Guardian newspaper. If you're picking that up, we move on now to our next headline, or rather paper, and that, of course, is the Nigerian Tribune. First big headline here in Red Rubrics 2023, INEC estimates 90 million voters on page 2. 18 political parties to field candidates in 1,491 constituencies. About 1 million election officials to be used in 176,846 polling units. A look at the photo story here on the Tribune will show you that incident from yesterday on Oregon Kudirat Abiola Road. Scenes of a billboard crash on Kudirat Abiola Way yesterday after the early morning rainstorm. And you can see damaged vehicles there and the entire billboard right there on the road. To the side of that photo story, NURTW sacks MC Oluomo, dissolves Lagos State Council. Let's see how far that will go. And COVID-19 FG lifts midnight curfew, large gathering restrictions, and others. NDLEA arrests drug cartel queen in Taraba and smugglers hack customs officer to death in Ogun. Dumps body inside of pit. That's it for the Tribune. Moving on now to The Nation newspaper. Big headline here. Zoning, Ohaneze lashes PDP as Fayose false consensus. Ex-governor rates Atiku Tambuwal as paperweights. Obiazo PDP violates own constitution on zoning, and parties NEC will decide on rotation, says Autumn. At the top of The Nation newspaper, terrorists threaten to kill, attack, train hostages, and Dangote, Adenuga, Rabiu remain on Forbes' rich list. That on page 7. Find others there. Federal government lifts more COVID-19 restrictions on page 30, and Bank MD abducted on attacked train regains freedom on page 28. Some good news, finally. At the very bottom of The Nation newspaper, FEC endorses 12 private universities. NURT dissolves Lagos ESCO. Let's move on now to our next daily. And of course, News Direct for this morning has this big headline here. Senate consider imprisonment fine for Facebook, Twitter posts violators. Coming a day after they talked about perhaps maybe imprisoning cross-dressers that I think we're going to talk about today. Audition Gubernatorial Council Chairman advocates massive grassroots mobilization and 3.8 billion naira surplus fund. NSITF faults NAS over claim of non-remittance. Stakeholders cheer as Zenith Bank pays 97.33 billion naira dividends in public buildings maintenance. Buhari signs Executive Order 11. At the top of News Direct this morning, telecoms operators make U-turn over tariff hike. Oh, they better. And court orders FG to comply with appointments of 35% women in MDAs. And finally, for this morning, technology startups. Lagos leads in West Africa, says Sonolu. Ladies and gentlemen, that is as much as we can take for the dailies this morning. Do stay tuned. We have more planned for you. Let's take this break, and we'll be back on the other side, myself and Mike, talking about something very interesting inside of What's Up and About. Welcome back. What's up and about for a Thursday morning here? The weather's still cool from yesterday, even after the accidents caused by the dropped billboard in Oregon and rains and everything. Something else happened yesterday morning, which is very, very... Good morning! How did you get here?
I was wondering when that was going to happen. Like, God, did you not notice me?
You're so colorful. It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Back to what I was saying. Oh, sorry. You want to say good morning?
No.
Okay.
This one is rude.
So, something else happened yesterday, and it broke my heart. A friend's sister, youngest sister, actually got abducted yesterday. Now, she was not traveling from Lagos to Kaduna or Abuja to Kaduna or somewhere in the north. This happened inside of Lagos, here in Lagos. It happened in the Egbeda area, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a shocker for me because I wouldn't expect that kind of story to happen. Please be security conscious. I'll tell you this very short story and I'll let you guys speak. She got into a vehicle that was going to the island from Egbeda area, I think. It was quick, it was fast, it was about to rain. She jumped in and then she was abducted. They called her family.
What kind of vehicle?
What kind of vehicle? It was a saloon car.
Saloon car?
Yeah, saloon car.
Was it a kabu-kabu? Was it?
No, it wasn't. It was one of those kind of cars that, hey, that's where I'm headed. Do you want to join? Type of thing.
Oh,
You know.
Okay, so someone gave her a lift.
Someone give her a
Yes.
lift,
Well, but there were other people inside of the vehicle, I would imagine, because there wasn't just one person. She was abducted. They called the family. They had to release money. She was dropped. They put menthol in her eyes so she wouldn't be able to see them leave or get the number plates. And then that was it. So, a lot of money, over $500,000, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's just so heartbreaking. I can't believe that this is happening inside of Lagos. And I don't know what to say because I have got people out there who do that a trip on a regular every single day. How on earth are they supposed to manage? What should they look out for? What should they do? What do we do? It's frustration speaking now.
There's almost, look, we've spoken about this 1,001 times. Kaduna also, it's a terrible situation. Every day, it is so much that you cannot keep up with it. Every day, I think it was the other day, Pastor Adeboye made mention about, it seems like there's something intentional to cut out Kaduna. When you attack the airport, you attack the rails, and then the road, of course, was already out a long time ago. What is the plan? This, I also have a friend who, it was almost the same kind of scenario. In the morning, you get into I think it was a space bus or something, and then they abduct you. They wanted to break his knee.
My goodness.
Hammer to his knee, pepper spray, whatever, to his eyes.
Wow.
Take everything from him, go into his account, and then throw him out on the road. He was actually crawling. He couldn't move. He had to get to the hospital, and he was out of commission for about 2 months or so.
Wow.
Thank God he still has that knee. We're playing football again together, and I am so happy.
Wow.
We could have done, do we go back to vigilante? Do we start doing vigilante?
Vigilante.
Because as it stands now, if the government cannot protect us,
we have to protect ourselves. And, this is actually one of the things that's happening in the U.S. now, where people are allowed to own guns because they're owning those weapons to protect themselves. Are we asking or are we saying that we should resort to that? No. But in a case where the security agencies are not doing enough,
might as well.
What do? You have to find a... And then there was that banter on Twitter a few weeks ago about, how people should, have some sort of weapons in their bags, when going anywhere.
Yeah,
and
that
then
could
it
go
begs the
either
question,
way.
exactly,
Yeah,
it could go anyways.
that might
what
not
do
work,
we do?
I was telling someone that at times when you meet somebody, when you meet an assailant, or at times seeing you with a weapon could aggravate them.
Yeah.
There's sometimes when in those kind of scenarios, maybe just chill and let them...
You know that joke on Instagram where the guy goes like, if you have a gun to your head, do this. And then you see the other person and it just appears in heaven.
It's not the same thing.
It's not.
We'll talk more. I know we're trying to. We'll talk more about this. There's so much about this.
Please be vigilant yourself. Be careful.
Yeah.
Have your wits around you, whatever situation you find yourself.
And then I actually quickly need to say that this is the time where security agents and orientation agencies need to create that awareness for people. These are the things to look out for before going into a vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, that they need to create that awareness so that people know there's that sensitization that these are things you need to look out for in a case of a robbery incident, whatever. Just put those things in place.
Tell you what, maybe we'll put that out for you guys. Do stay tuned. We've got plenty coming your way. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, we're back and we are in the kitchen and a combination of bread and fish. Well, we're going to have it the Debbie Scott way. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good morning.
Thank you.
All right, so we have what are we doing this morning?
Bread canapes.
What do you call it?
Canapes.
Canapes.
Yeah.
Bread canapes. That's what we're doing this morning. This looks like unleavened bread. Is it unleavened bread?
No, this is French stick bread.
I have the impression that this kind of bread that they broke at the Last Supper. This kind of bread, they just held it and broke it and all of that. But hey, come on. Let's look at the ingredients that we're working with here. Okay, this is bread.
Yes.
Okay, what type? Is this the type of bread? Is there a specific type of bread you use for this?
Yes, this type of bread. Then you can use the normal bread, but you just cut out the edges.
Can you use agege bread for this?
It depends on how you cut it.
It depends on how you cut. You can't cut agege bread, especially the fresh one. You can only tear it. You can't cut it.
Then you have to go for the sliced one.
You have to go for the sliced one, yeah? All right, so let's see. What kind of fish do we have here?
The Titus fish.
Titus fish, yeah. Is it what we call mackerel?
Yeah.
Okay, mackerel, and it's boiled already?
It's boiled, yes.
It's boiled, and
with some seasoning.
with some seasonings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what else are we working with?
So we
here?
have the bell peppers, the red bell peppers, the yellow. I have my lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, garlic. Then this is chili pepper and red pepper, that's Scotch bonnet pepper. Then I have this sesame oil.
Okay.
This is a jazz sauce.
Okay.
Then I have Greek yogurt here.
Greek yogurt. Oh, that's interesting. That means that this thing will just come out in some kind of way, okay? So,
Yeah.
all right, can we get started? You're already slicing tomatoes
Yeah,
here,
I'm chopping.
all of that. Okay, this is your style. Can we do it any way we want to do it, or?
No, I'm just going to do it anyway. I want to do it.
Okay, so when it comes together, this stuff is going to be in between, so it's going to be small like this.
Yeah, you're going to just eat it like this. It's the one.
Oh, okay.
One
Oh,
bite.
so you now did it on top
On
this
top of
thing.
it, yes.
Ah, okay. So
I'll
that's what
design
you did. Okay. We're taking bread now. We'll just put up the ingredients and tear the bread and put it inside. So whatever bread you have will suffice. It doesn't have to be this bread. But like she said, if you want to do it in the package way, like you probably get sliced bread if it's not this one that you have. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's get to it. So we're cutting our peppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. But you already have this one already blended, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to use this to stir fry the fish.
Okay. So the fish is going to be in some sort of a sauce?
Yes.
Wow.
It's not going to be like this.
Okay, please, so can someone run to the bus stop and get me some noodles? This sauce is going to be nice with noodles, right?
Yes, of course.
It's going to be nice with noodles. Please get some noodles. Get some noodles. Actually, I need noodles here. I need noodles because that will make sense with this sauce now, yeah? So there's a sauce that's going to be with the fish, and then, but that same fish sauce, is it where the Greek yogurt is going to go into?
No, the Greek yogurt, I'm just going to use it on the bread.
On the bread.
Before I add the other things to it.
Okay. I like how all
the
of
form of like a, should I call it a jago wrap, or the Bama stuff.
Wonderful, wonderful. I am looking forward to how this looks like. Now, if you're just joining us, let's get you a rundown of the ingredients that we are working with this morning to put together this bread canopy, as Debbie Scott calls it. We have garlic, parsley, tomatoes, cucumber, jazz sauce, French stick, bell peppers, Greek yogurt, and of course, the base ingredient, which is the bread that we have here. And what do you call this, your bread again?
French stick.
French stick. I see this bread where I see it. Somebody's trying to give me, but I'm trying to give me a different name, but no. I will focus on the name because I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Olamide. I don't trust you. I could be saying something now and cover myself, but hey, come on. This is French French stick. French stick. It looks like a weapon. It looks like you hit somebody with it and all of that. But hey, come on. Yeah, so now the red bell. Now, I found that these bell peppers are not really spicy per se. Most of them, I heard it's mostly for coloring.
No, not just coloring. The nutrient is huge.
Okay.
It has, there's a lot of vitamin C in it. Then it has a lot of vitamin A in it.
Okay.
So
But
it has more nutrient than the normal pepper.
But it's not as spicy as Is it spicy at all?
No, it's not really spicy. No.
Is it so people can chew it if they want to?
Yes, you can eat it like this.
Okay. All right. Because of the nutrients. Okay. How about the red one? The red one has to be spicy.
The red one is not spicy.
It's still not spicy.
No.
Oh, they should not be calling it pepper. Let's not call it pepper.
It's called bell peppers. No, we have to name it pepper because it looks like pepper.
Okay, let's do bell pe or something. let's remove the second pe. So something like bell pe. We can rename stuff. Who said we cannot rename stuff? I mean, who gave it that name? Who said it cannot be renamed?
I don't know.
Yes, it can be.
We can give it a name.
Let's push for that. Maybe we'll do it petition style, but hey, come on. That's what we're doing. As the much we're doing in the kitchen, there's quite a lot that we have to go. I'm looking forward to how all of this comes together. I'm sure you are also looking forward to it. We'll just take this time out now when we get back. There's quite a lot on the show. All right, welcome back. Now we are back in the kitchen, and we're close to how the final thing looks like. Yeah. Well, there's something there. That's one. Let's talk about that.
The sauce.
Oh wow, this looks nice. Let's get to see it. So what got into that sauce? Let's talk about that.
Okay. I used that's the sesame oil.
We're not going to stir it.
I'm stirring. I'm gonna. So I used the sesame oil. Then I used the garlic.
Okay.
Then followed with the grated Scotch bonnet and chili pepper. Then I used then I added the fish.
Okay.
Then with the jar sauce.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, that's all. There's no oil. Is there any?
That's the sesame. That's the sesame.
Okay, sesame oil did not sound like it was going to be yours. It looks like an ingredient or so, not like the base. Like
no.
Okay, but that's what we're using to fry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's it. That's the sauce. And so let's. How long should that stay for? Is there anything that we're looking out for?
This is ready.
Oh, it's already ready.
Yes. So you just do the toppings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're almost done. Yeah. So and then we put lettuce. Yeah.
This is the lettuce.
Okay.
Then I already added the Greek yogurt down.
Okay, that was just right on top of the bread.
Yes. So I'm still going to add.
Let's
add on top.
Let's do another one. Let's show them how. Yeah. Let's put another one together. Okay. All right. So just talk us through while all of that is going on. Okay. Yeah.
Like this. No stick.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So the Greek yogurt comes off as like first part of the dressing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Then.
Okay.
We added the
lettuce right off on the greens.
It makes it stick.
Okay, so the idea is to get it to stick on it and all that. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to add the tomato.
Tomatoes comes up.
Then I add that's the yellow pepper.
Oh, great.
Then the bell pepper. So that's the red one.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a bit of the cucumber. Sorry. Then the fish sauce will go in. But I'm not adding it now.
No, okay. Well, okay, then we go back to the Greek yogurt here.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So after adding the fish, so I'll add another tomato on top.
Wow,
So you can actually bite
this
it.
is small.
It's a finger food.
Benny, one hand food. We don't want finger. We don't want finger food. We want it to go. I like this, and but it looks like there's quite a lot of natural stuff here. The tomatoes was not boiled.
Yeah.
The pepper, the bell pepper was not. It didn't go anywhere near the fire.
No.
Right. And then, of course, we have a lettuce also, which didn't go anywhere near the fire.
Yes.
But preparing this stuff, that means you have to ensure that this stuff, they are clean, right?
Yeah, of course.
So wash them out and ensure that they're clean, because a lot of it is quite natural. The only thing that
Yeah,
went into
and
it.
your hands are clean also.
Okay, of course, definitely. That's given. Your hands definitely have to be clean. But then we put all of this together, and then later on, okay,
We'll just add the fish sauce, then add another tomato thing.
and then, okay, so you do that just before you take it, right? We don't want to do it and keep it, right?
Yes.
All right, good. All right, that's it. The next time you come, so we'll have the fish sauce and eat, and then it goes into your mouth. So I like that it's not going to be set already into it, so that, because there's no cover, right?
No,
There's no cover. All right. Okay, we'll take this time out now. When we get back, second lap of the show. Go.
And of course, there's nothing more pleasurable than starting the show and getting it to the final 45 minutes, the second half here for Wake Up Nigeria. The beautiful part of the show is having you guys in front of your television sets, in front of your screens, to enjoy what we have prepared all day yesterday just for you. The second hour comes with, let's say, magic. And it gives another opportunity to deliver a superb intro. So, hey, that's what I'm doing right now. But I'll leave the basic stuff and welcome you guys once again to the second hour here for the best breakfast show on Nigerian television. But let's not also forget that we have been busy. If you're just joining us, you missed out on the first session inside of the kitchen, where Mike has been preparing something very fantastic with Debbie or Messi, whatever you want to call her. What you guys doing?
Mess Deb. But hey, come on, we're doing this. Mazino actually mentioned before that there was no meat. I don't know why he's expecting meat. Mazino, you are 70 years old. What are you doing? Why do you want meat?
Well,
why do you want meat, man? You are 70 years old.
No, but
Let's give it a fish.
I started fish out recently, and right now, in fact, yesterday my dinner was fish, and Saturday and Sunday night we actually had fish for dinner. So I'm
You want to try meat?
yeah, well, try new things now. Let's put it that way.
Guys, stand me. I don't know why guys stand.
Mike,
What happened? I caught you.
Mike is okay. Let's not.
But anyways, we're doing stuff with fish here, and it's quite healthy stuff. A lot of it is not boiled. A lot of it is not cooked. Of course, that shows you that it's quite natural with what we're doing.
Yeah. I love the way it looks. Very colorful, isn't it?
It does. It is. It is. Whenever bell peppers are around, I actually thought that it was just basically aesthetics, but then she told me that you have some vitamins in the bell pepper, so it's not just about the aesthetics.
Yeah. Looking forward to having it inside my mouth. My name is Mazino Appeal, and of course, do remember you can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and of course on Facebook, where we are live right now. And please send in your comments. We love to read it. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, and download the app. Carry us with you, iOS, or on Google Play Store. We are available. Then you can also check out our past episodes on YouTube. Just simply search out TVC Connect. It's that simple. Now, okay, looking forward to having that conversation with him. Now, let's start this all over again. Remember on Monday I had a procedure done?
Oh, yeah.
A root canal.
Yeah.
And then it was fantastic to have, full use of all of my teeth all over again. I could eat everything, and I've been doing that. I have also been on painkillers, and the painkillers I've been given are finished. I'd like to let you guys know that I am in the most extreme form of pain right now, because it's aching like wow.
Did they do it? Did they do a good job?
Yeah, they did. You're warned of it. They tell you that you will experience a little pain, and that's why they give you the painkillers for the first 1 week. I will have to go back another week, however, to get it removed
what's the root
and
canal
put back.
procedure?
Root canal, this is what it is. Your tooth, it's got pulp in it.
Yeah.
That's got nerves.
Okay.
So if you have a bad tooth, it's the nerves being exposed perhaps to whatever elements out there, heat, cold, or whatever it is, that makes the tooth ache, plus it might rot. So they have to decavitate, they have to remove everything, kill that tooth, and then cement it. Now,
Tooth back.
yeah, no, they don't remove it, they
just
just
fill it.
burrow into it and then remove every single thing that's alive in there. All the nerves are out. That means they're killing it, they're deading it, and then they cement it. Now, to put a temporary cement in there, you have to go back the next a couple of weeks later for it to be removed, just to make sure that everything's okay, and then a permanent one put on there, and then crowned at the end of the day. So while they're burrowing, they will get to the very end, which will be the contact between your tooth and your gum. And that's the painful bit right now. That's what I'm experiencing. It's really painful.
So taking out the teeth was not going to help?
I've got one tooth out already, and I promised
You want to
myself
get-
I was never going to take another tooth out.
They will still
I'm
go out.
very lucky.
All of them.
Because that almost happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a broken tooth in here, and then it started cracking. and then it started falling out on its own.
Ooh.
So remember the first time I went to see a dentist about it, at the time where it cracked. So the dentist was like, you really need to take that out, Emma.
Yeah.
And I said, So I was very lucky that it just fell out on its own.
Yeah.
So even at my last appointment with the dentist, it was like, oh, yeah, you're lucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, taking the 2,000 is the
It's
worst
painful.
pain you will
It's-
ever experience.
Not really.
Forget the
Oh,
injections.
man, it's
I am
painful.
taking out two, nothing.
You're Superman then.
This one
Where
is-
will I go to pay? Are they using crowbar? And
That's what they use, though. In any case, hey, the reason why I brought that up is because I'm looking forward to enjoying this month's cookout, by the way, because I will
Yeah.
be eating everything that will be cooked.
And don't forget, people, it's on the 30th, people.
Yes,
so
indeed.
if you want to be a part of it, do a video and send it to us. Do not forget to tag us on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect, people. We are waiting for those videos. Keep sending them in.
It's that simple.
It's a lovely Thursday morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. I am Kelly Egiga. We'll begin this hour in Abuja, where report says the convoy of former President Goodluck Jonathan has been involved in an accident. A reliable source confirmed to TVC News that the former president came out unhurt, as only the pilot's car was affected, with yet to be a certain level of injuries on the occupant. The accident occurred along Airport Road as the former president was heading to his residence after an official trip. Former president is the ECOWAS special envoy to Mali and has been engaged in a series of diplomatic assignments for the entrenchment of peace and stability in the region. Meanwhile, the former president has expressed deep sadness over the unfortunate tragic death of 2 police officers attached to him in a road crash. Mr. Jonathan noted with sadness that the deceased inspectors Ibrahim Abazi and Yakubu Tomi were fine officers who were dedicated to their duties and service to the nation. The former president also sent his condolences to the families of the bereaved and the police high command and prayed God to grant the soul of the departed eternal rest. Let's shift our focus now to our coverage of the COVID-19 pandemic, as we can tell you that Nigerians can now go out freely at any time of the day without fear of being arrested for breaching the COVID-19 safety protocols. This new development is coming at a time the federal government lifted the ban on midnight curfew, crowd restriction at weddings, concerts, among others. The directive is from the Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19. The committee says it arrived at the decision after a careful review of the country's response to the pandemic in view of the declining number of cases. Other reasons put forward by the committee include reduced risk of importation of new variants, the availability of vaccines, and the increasing number of people vaccinated in Nigeria and globally. The government said the social restriction recommendations were revised in line with the 3 established thematic areas, which are movement, industry, and labor, as well as community activities. Now, the Federal High Court in Abuja, the nation's capital, has ordered the government to comply with the 35% affirmative action for women. Delivering judgment earlier on Wednesday, Justice Donatus Okorowo said the federal government had the obligation to implement the 35% affirmative action, accusing past governments of acting in breach of international treaties on women participation in governance. Justice Okorowo added that the national gender policy is not merely a policy statement, but one that must be backed with requisite action on the part of the government. He said the 35 affirmative action, which entails appointive positions for women to ensure inclusivity, must not be merely on paper, as Nigeria is signatory to international treaties, particularly on those entrenching the rights of women. Let's talk sports. Chelsea must overturn a 2-goal deficit at Real Madrid to salvage the Champions League defense after Karim Benzema's hat-trick secured a 3-1 quarter-final first-leg victory over the Eurostone holders. At Stamford Bridge, Benzema dispatched 2 exquisite headers in 3 first-half minutes at a rain-drenched Stamford Bridge as Madrid set about avenging last season's semi-final defeat to Thomas Tuchel's reigning European champions in perfect fashion. In Spain, former Bournemouth winger Arnaud Danjuma scored his 6th Champions League goal this season to put Villarreal 90 minutes from the semi-finals. With that reports, we conclude our news at this time. Thank you so much for your company. I am Kelly Egiga. We urge you to stay here on TVC for the rest of Wake Up Nigeria. Good morning.
Welcome back. Final guest here for us. Very interesting one. It's going to be a good conversation, guys. We have multi-talented actor, voiceover. He's a voiceover artist?
Yes, he is.
Everybody knows doing voiceover artistry.
Stop being jealous.
Photographer, fitness model, Tai Ariboro in the house. You are welcome. Listen.
All right, so Taye has starred in many movies,
Yes.
short films, long films, quarter films. He's done it all. Welcome to the show, T.
So much for
I don't like when people start jumping on this voiceover bandwagon.
there's money to be made. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know there's money to
You
be
need to
made.
shield yourself because
Yeah, I don't like when people start. Maintain
Those
your
attacks.
actor. Maintain your actor. Leave voiceover for us.
Leave our voiceover for us.
stay with your presenter, right?
Acting something. Presenter, stay your presenting. But they stay your presenting section.
It's good to have you here, man. Finally get to meet you.
It's really good to be here. I think this is like my first time being here. It's an amazing setup you have here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait till you
Taye.
see what we got coming.
Hey.
Right.
Hey. Hey. I can see like a glimpse. You guys look amazing.
Oh,
Thank you,
very
Taye.
much.
Thank you. Anyway, we're here to talk about you as
forget
an
about
actor.
us.
Okay.
Yeah, and the so many hats that you're wearing. Tell us, how's that journey been transitioning from one space to the other?
It's been interesting. It's been really interesting. Very interesting, actually. Okay, so my introduction to the entertainment industry started when I was working with my brother. So he used to have a record label called Night House Creative. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's your brother.
Yeah. So I used to be there as a PA, just helping.
Coordinate stuff.
Helping around, helping to, do running errands, doing that, doing this. And then I was in the University of Lagos at the time. And then at some point, I think I had maybe like a brainwave or something. That's Eureka moment. Come, you can do something for yourself. You're creative as well, so maybe try something new. I remember going through the internet and I saw something about acting. I think it was an article about, getting into the acting industry, but it wasn't Nigerian. Right, so I'm like, okay, what, maybe I should try it out. So I told my brother, I said, hey, older brother, I want to be an actor. And he's like, okay, I have a friend who's producing a film. Maybe you should go there and see how it goes.
Okay.
That was my worst ever audition.
Really?
My worst ever audition. In fact, the person my brother sent me to put his head on the table. it was that bad. It was that bad.
Wow.
But I remember going back home and saying to myself, I'm going to try this thing because this is what I decided I want to do. Whether I fail or not, I'm going to try and trust myself to be able to do it. And so I kept on doing it. And I remember doing my second audition was for the audios in the house.
Yeah, let's talk about the Ojos in the house. First off, that was where I first saw you. That was your first entry into the industry.
Into
Yeah?
the
Industry, yes, it was.
I thought it was a very interesting setup, a very interesting dynamic. It was a sitcom, and I love the fact that it could bridge cultures. I mean, you could be outside the country and enjoy the kind of comedy, and be a Nigerian and still enjoy the kind of comedy. It was really well put together. What's her name now? Najite?
Najite Dede. She was
Najite
my mom on the
Dede.
show, yeah.
Fantastic actor.
I think she's amazing. I think she's a dynamic
amazing.
actor.
She's so diverse.
Yeah, she's so diverse.
So that must have also impacted you in a way to work with such
A
talent.
professional, right?
It did. Although, I mean, this was my first gig, and it was a big one by Ebony Life TV. It was their first ever project. I mean, and we all went all the way to Calabar, Tinapa Studio. It was like this whole big setup. It was like, these are things that you've seen in
You're like
Hollywood
a kid in
films.
a candy store.
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, kid in candy store would imply that I love candies, right? Kids love candies. It's something that, I wanted to do, but
It was overwhelming.
I'm seeing all of this and I'm like, oh my Lord, like why this one? And let me before we even go there, let me give you a little background about the audition process. I remember going there and I wasn't going to go there. My other brother was like, you know what? Take transport money and go. Like however it turns out, just go.
Yeah.
And I remember going there and I remember Auntie Mo saying, can we have your profile?
Like, what's a profile?
And it was nothing there.
And I'm like,
I don't have anything.
What is
I've
this?
done anything
I beg,
before.
Kilo
what's your
Jebe.
profile? But apparently they were asking me to turn.
Yeah.
My profile view, right?
yeah.
But I was like, what is a profile? And everyone burst into laughter right there. Including late Auntie Pat now.
Yeah.
And everyone burst into laughter, and I think that was like a defining moment in the choice for the character Samuel Ojo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was grateful to have gotten the role. There were processes, and I got the role. And then when I got to Tinapa, it was overwhelming as well. Seeing amazing actors. Odenike is an amazing actor. She studied theater arts as well. Seeing Najite Dede, Jude. And I was just like,
You've got such a working experience. I don't think we will finish it today.
Right.
Let's save that for another one.
Right, because I actually wanted to. You have been in the industry for a while,
I have.
and it can be very challenging. I'm not in. It can be very challenging. Do you think it has been fulfilling for you so far?
Little drops make a mighty ocean.
They say.
That's all I can say. It's been a good journey. It's been a progressive journey. Watching myself grow is very interesting, which was the point. I mean, which was the promise I made to myself anyway. I was going to watch myself grow and trust myself to express in this space. So for me, it's been a worthwhile journey. It's been tough, but worthwhile.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got this thing you call the Audition Community.
Yeah, the Audition Community where he, grooms young
that is
people,
my baby.
Yeah, to be,
Coming
aspiring
off
actors.
of your experience with auditions, does that have
Okay, so before we even delve into that, let me tell you something. I have worked with Taye on 2 different projects.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I can tell you for a fact that he is one of the most professional actors I have ever
Oh, my word.
Taye takes, notes on his script. You would see, those little sticky notes on every page, on every emotion that he's going to, enact. I mean, it's crazy.
Wow.
Now we're watching this.
Yeah.
You think you can give us a character? I don't know, police officer in charge of a big case.
He's actually played that character.
And I want to see it. I want to see it. Police officer in charge of a big case. His bosses are corrupt, and he's been asked by his wife why he can't do the right thing. This is your wife.
Oh,
Action!
Wow.
Wait, that's wait, before we go there, that was a lot of information.
Come on,
let's take one step at a time.
Okay.
So his bosses are doing
His
what?
boss is corrupt. He is a moral compass. He has to do the right thing, but he perhaps maybe he's going to face the consequences if he does. So he's in between the lines here, and his wife is asking him, "Why can't you do the right thing? Be a man of God, for God's sake."
Do not ask me to be a man. Do you see what is going on in the country? Everyone is corrupt. Everyone is asking for money.
Yes, but
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. It's the right thing. The right thing to do is to serve my country. That was the oath I made to my country.
How many people are serving? People that are serving the country are making money from it.
Babe, you're missing the point.
What's the point?
The point is, I want to do the right thing so that by the time I get my promotion, we can have a lovely life together.
What if you never get that promotion?
Well, I guess we'll have to live like this.
I'm not doing like this with you.
And scene. Thank you very much.
Cut.
Thank you. Cuts. We're done. Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
If I do say so myself with my very half, what do they call it, experience in the movie. But that was fantastic. Man.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you very
quickly,
much.
before we wrap it up, tell us quickly about the Audition Community.
So the Audition Community, it was birthed with respect to my journey or my coming into the industry, right? It was a process. I auditioned for 1 year. It wasn't easy at all. And also because I did not have any mentors, I did not have anyone to speak to me about what to expect when coming into the industry. So the Audition Community, I bet the Audition Community just for, mostly for young and upcoming actors. If you're coming to the industry, you want to have like a map. You want to have a roadmap. Okay, what to expect. Okay, where do I go to? What kind of auditions do I go to? Also, it's sort of evolved from that into, also making headshots for these actors, making a show reel for them, and then moving to a casting agency. So now we say, oh, you know what? you're coming to the industry, right? You've gone to this number of auditions, right? So you must have gained some sort of experience and tough skin. So you know what? We have this role for you. We start with, you know what, extra roles, waka pass roles, and when we see that you're actually growing, we can go to the next phase, which is, you know, you can start to handle lines.
Can I be a part of this? Can I?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
For this?
No, no one is too old.
There's need for my
There's
character.
an actor in there.
Yeah, I think you can carve something out of me, man.
Maybe I can be the host.
Calm down.
Maybe I can be the host of the show now.
Yeah, we have to see something from you and Amanda. There was a recent project you did recently. I think.
Amanda.
Let's.
Sorry, babe. Teammate.
Oh, nice. Well done, T. Well done. All right, welcome to the kitchen, Tai.
Thank you.
Like, this is your tough. Go ahead and do your.
Oh, now you know.
You kept
Okay, so how far? What did we put together here?
This is the French stick bread. We have the bell peppers, the yellow, the red. They'll have lettuce under.
The way you're pointing it out, wonderful. We put up red canopies, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so try it out. Just try it out.
Okay, special delicacy.
Yes.
For my special self.
Yes.
Oh, God, just
From us
don't
to
talk
you.
too much before the TV. You don't miss if you talk too much.
Okay, we're gonna try. What is this anyway? The cream.
There's the Greek yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Bougie much, Chef Debs.
Yeah.
You have done too many TV commercials. You know how to do it so well. Let the camera capture it. That animation. Like it, love it.
Can I have everything, please?
Yeah, please, go ahead. It's all yours. Enjoy.
You want me to be brutal before I leave this show?
All right.
No fat.
But Zeno, you want to say something? I know something will get across to you in due time.
While Tai is enjoying our scrumptious meal there, Mike, I wanted you to take sample from him. Can you see how Tai unbuttoned his first two buttons? That's how they do it in Nollywood now. So just in case you're going for audition, make sure, Mike, how many will you unbutton, Mike?
I know they do Nollywood again. Now Hollywood, they go, Jare. It's been a wonderful time. Of course, we will see you tomorrow on the show. Thank you for being a part of the show. See ya tomorrow.
Bye, guys.